What's up, guys? Crack open a beer and cheers with your friends because season two is finally old enough to drink. It is episode 21, season 2 of the Monday Night Wars. I am Chad, and joining me as always is Jmack Gaming.
Yeah, that's a good one, Chad. Look at you.
Thanks.
Look at
Thanks.
you. A good. I'm really struggling here, Chad.
Good shit.
We're back.
Justin's been drinking.
Actually have not. Fuck you. I don't.
No, but Justin's still mad at me over the shenanigans that happened during the sound check.
Oh yeah, we're doing sound check, and I'm just testing my audio levels, and when I move my volume meter a little bit up, I go test, so I know when I changed it in the video, and as soon as I go, I'm raising it up, test, Chad goes, "Bakak!" right as I'm doing it, so it's all, you can't tell, you have no idea.
Oh, so if Justin sounds a little quiet this episode, it's 100% my fault.
No, it's always your fault.
Okay.
Welcome to Monday Night Raw. As you can tell, we have a little facelift, a little makeover here, Chet. Tonight, we are not Raw's War anymore. From here on out, we are just WWF Monday Night Raw.
Ooh.
A little update. I don't know when we'll change the WWF name to WWE. That is something I need to decide. But at least Raw is not Raw's War anymore. We have decided we won the war, so there is no more war. The only war.
I think it's more so you realized you were going to lose, and so you said, we'll quit while we're ahead.
The only war going on in this save is the war between Chad trying to get a Company of the Year award and Chad in the war against not getting 100s in his matches. A funny thing about awards.
Do you take joy in just making me sad?
No, I take joy in winning Company of the Year.
Okay.
The funny thing is about Company of the Year award that the word war is an award, Chad. So sucks. Let's get into this show. This is the what fucking pay-per-view did we just get done with? Unforgiven.
It was Unforgiven and Bash at the Beach.
Yes, let's get into the aftermath of Unforgiven. We start off in the pre-show. Taka Michinoku defeats the world's sexiest man, Jason Knight, in 7:55. That even popped Chad. Oh my god. No pop from Chad. Chad's no selling my jokes. Fuck off. Don't laugh at that. And then we also see Kane defeating Brad Armstrong in 6:24 with a chokeslam. Unfortunately, Brad's brother, Steve Armstrong, was hurt, I think, on the Indies or something, or a house show. Major concussion, will be out for 14 months. So Brad Armstrong, he's riding solo for the next year and a half. And our last pre-show match, we have Mark Henry defeating Epico in 8:07 with a power slam. We saw Mark Henry defeat the world's shittiest man of all time, Scott Norton, at the pay-per-view. Scott Norton is dead to me after that abysmal match with I don't even fucking Tiger Ali Singh in North Dakota. I got an 18.
That's my favorite match of the series.
That might be the worst match I've ever put on. Well, I mean, you want to look at
Listen, Tory Wilson got like, what, a 2?
I'm going to look at it right now. Top match. Oh, I can't look at... No, can I? I only can look at show history. That's unfortunate. Let's get into the show. Chad, we saw last night The Rock defeat Shawn Stasiak for the belt. What a match that was. And King Rock comes out with the belt, and I'm gonna be straight up with you today. I don't feel that great. So promos will be to a very minimum today.
What is it? Tell me the bullet points. I'll cut it.
The bullet points. The Rock brags about winning again. The Rock does it. He became King of the Ring, and then he won the world title. The first 2-time world champion on my show on WWF. Every world champion has always been like a first timer. Well, that's not true.
Finally, The Rock has come to New Jersey. And if you people of New Jersey didn't see the pay-per-view, then you didn't see The Rock become the first 2-time champion of the Monday Night Wars. And I know what everyone's saying. Oh, they're so sad about Shawn Stasiak. They might as well change Shawn Stasiak's name to just Shawn Stasi Ass because his performance at the pay-per-view was ass. Actually, you know what? I think The Rock has the perfect name for you. They should just call you Stasi Makes Me Yak. Ha 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 ha. Anyway, The Rock is the 2-time champion, and if you smell what The Rock is cooking. That good?
That was perfect. Stasiak comes out and he says, the better man won at Unforgiven, but he's doing his rematch clause tonight, Chad. But he wants a stipulation because he's tired of Future Shock coming in and interfering and then attacking afterwards. He wants no distractions, nothing. It is going to be a steel cage match for the World Heavyweight Championship. And Vince books it tonight. So the main event tonight, Stasiak Rock, the rematch for the world title in a cage.
Wow, so main event.
Big main event. So Future Shock cannot get in. Chad, who was going to win that match, Chad? That's going to be a banger. 100 rated match already. Don't even need to look forward to it.
I will eat my microphone.
Our opening match of the night is going to be just a regular match. It's King Ikea taking on Major Stash. Last night we saw
from one king to another.
We saw King Ikea defeat Scott Studd, if I can remember right, at the pay-per-view, unless I booked that wrong. And then he defeats Major Stash, his tag team partner, with a flying headbutt immediately right after. We move on. Stash and Studd are not happy about that. They take that loss very unwell, and they beat down the European champion, Chad. Despicable from Stash and Studd. They were a crowd favorite, and they've had enough. They don't like being embarrassed by a fake king. They keep saying, he never won King of the Ring. Why is he called King Ikea?
Right.
We move on. JBL's in a match. Our favorite. Were you texting?
No, I fell down the stairs. Continue.
All right. No, actually, that happens after this promo. This promo right here is Vince making a number 1 contender match. It will be Angle versus Liger in our co-main event of the night. Liger, who almost won King of the Ring, and Angle, who made it very far in the King of the Ring as well. So those two will go one-on-one to see who will take on The Rock at SummerSlam. Make your pick.
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah. I think Chad's probably going to pull for Jushin Liger.
Oh, yeah. Jushin Liger versus... Although, listen, I think Angle Rock would be a banger, too.
Yeah. We already saw Liger Rock at King of the Ring. So,
Yeah. And I think Liger needs to get his redemption. And what better way than to get the big gold belt?
Yeah, let's move on. There's the JBL match. He takes on Terry Funk. And I'm not going to mute because I thought I was going to sneeze right there. JBL, though, 63. JBL and Terry Funk have pretty good chemistry. Yeah,
that's awesome. Yeah. Yo, man, Texas Deathmatch, JBL, Terry Funk, hell yeah, buddy.
Yeah, I get fucking Owen Hart, Stasiak bad chemistry. I get fucking Christian and Taka bad chemistry, but JBL and Terry Funk bad or good.
Okay, so it's the difference between how mine and Justin's brain works, because I immediately go JBL, Terry Funk. Oh, the fucking batshit crazy shit I could do with that.
And I immediately want to blow my brains out because fucking...
Yeah. Give them both to me.
All right. Randy Orton.
Actually, low key, I tried to take Terry Funk from you, and he's like, I'll only sign for a month.
Yeah, he's a freelancer, and he's like 84, so he wants to...
I hate that so much.
Yeah. Freelancers have been a pain in the ass in this save so far. And I don't know if they can change. I don't know if the only way to change them is editing them. I don't know if they manually change, like randomly. Who knows? Who fucking cares? I think at this point we refuse to sign him. Randy Orton. He's in action up next, Chad, and he's taking on Steve Blackman. And Randy Orton gets the win with the Ozone. Remind me to change that to the RKO later. Pretty good match. 65. How do you feel about Randy Orton's arc here in WWF compared to Brock Lesnar's?
Future Shock is my favorite thing that you have right now. Either time any of those three men are succeeding, I am happy. So I am all aboard the Randy Orton Brock push.
All right, we move forward. Mark Henry's in the ring. He said he dominated Scott Norton last night. And he's like, is there anyone else who could do it? Who's going to beat me? And then Jeff Jarrett comes out, Chad. Big Jeff Jarrett, the hottest free agent. He's got a contract, and he signs on the dotted line here to Monday.
Oh, you're not going to fool me again. I know for a fact that's not a WCW contract.
Last week, we saw him rip up a WCW contract. Tonight, he signs on the dotted line. He signs for Monday Night Raw, and at SummerSlam, he will take on Mark Henry for the Intercontinental Championship, making his return to the ring 8 months after being hurt. I can't believe he's been gone for 8 months, first off. That's huge. Jeff Jarrett could be Jeff Jarrett being hurt could have been a major star right now, but take a back seat getting hurt by what was it? Hedgehog, I think, attacked him. Sonic?
Yeah, Knuckles? It was. Yeah, an incident with Knuckles is an echidna.
I don't know what that. He's a kidney?
An echidna.
He's the charismatic enigma, Jeff Hardy.
Yes. That's Jeff's new gimmick. He's gonna come out as Knuckles.
Oh, I forgot to change the arena. Oh. Chad, remember that first promo where you said you were in New Jersey? This was supposed to be in Chicago, Illinois.
Oh.
So do it again.
The Rock. Finally, The Rock has come back to Chicago.
All right, thank you. We move.
I hope you can all Chicago watch the pay-per-view if you haven't already. All right, go ahead.
We have Sultan defeating Excalibur in 629 with a big splash. Sultan gets a 79 and Excalibur a 54, a segment of a 70. But after the match, two guys in mask hit the ring with bats. They attack Sultan. They hit him in the knees. They break him down. They leave him bleeding. And the guys unmask. And it's
Future Shock. What you doing?
And it's two guys with a mic. It's Ace Steel. It's CM Punk.
What? Oh, that's why you wanted Chicago.
It's the Second City Saints.
Oh, hell yeah, brother. Oh, Justin, I like your show more than mine.
And Ace Steel just says, do we have your attention now?
Oh, my God. What a banger, man.
He told him, Ace Steel, a couple months ago, said he's got people coming. Here comes CM Punk.
Wow.
He's just been festering in developmental for years.
Yeah, and a little behind the curtain, I can't tell you how bummed I was when Justin, because he didn't sign CM Punk. He came from the developmental, signed outright. I didn't have a chance to offer him a contract, I don't think.
Yeah, but there's been a few that you've gotten that I want.
I mean, correct, yes,
but
CM Punk was, yes, but CM Punk is my guy.
Especially the one that just came out.
Yes, yeah.
Fuck you. If you guys could only see what the names we have in developmental right now, you guys would lose your mind. But Punk here with Ace Steel here in Chicago, Illinois, the Second City Saints. The number one contender match, Jushin Liger defeats Kurt Angle, Chad. We're gonna get the rematch. It's gonna be Liger. It's gonna be Rock at SummerSlam for the belt. Or not Rock, it could be Stasiak. Sorry, I hope I didn't just spoil something. So big match right there. Liger, we saw Liger almost win King of the Ring, and now he's number one contender for the World Heavyweight Championship. He's
that came close, but it did not get a 100.
We
I can't tell you what I would have done.
Jim Ross is commentating the cage. This is the angle. Just the cage comes down and the music, like the cage music, and it's gonna be Stasiak, Rock. These guys have a hellacious match, back and forth. Rock bottom. Stasiak kicks out. Stasiak hits the Falcon Arrow, which Rock kicks out. They're both busted open. This is a bloody match, Chad.
Ooh, bloody.
But the finish happens. Stasiak earlier in the night said he didn't want any distractions. He didn't want anyone coming in. That doesn't stop the genetic freak Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar comes in and he rips the door off the locked cage. And he gets in and he F5s Sean Stasiak. And The Rock sneaks out while this is happening. And he wins 99. Damn.
What a coward.
Damn. And The Rock defends his belt once again. And Brock and Stasiak once again. And that is Raw, Chad. That is Monday Night Raw. Second City States are here. Brock and Stasiak. It looks like they're going to finally have a match. Jarrett will come back at SummerSlam. Liger versus Rock at SummerSlam. A lot of things just fall into place. The SummerSlam is going to be the biggest show I've ever had. Sorry, man.
I'm excited for your SummerSlam. I'm excited for SummerSlam.
I'm excited for Nitro. Let's get into it.
And we are back with WCW Monday Nitro. What a show we have planned for you today.
Yeah, it's a show. I wouldn't say it's a great show, but some are calling it the show of all shows.
Well, the people in the know will say that.
Who's saying that?
On Mondays. On Mondays, it's the show of shows.
No, that's not true.
I think so.
Well, it's because you're biased and you have rocks in your brain.
All right.
What?
Let's just start the show. Justin made a pre-show match. Justin, explain this pre-show match.
Well, we were going through, former WWF guys and their match records here in WCW, and I've noticed that D'Lo Brown has a poor win-loss record here. That's just because Chad treats my former guys like ass, and it's really, really unfortunate, and it's disheartening to see because D'Lo Brown was a major star in WWF, and he came over.
Was he though? Was he a major star?
This is my pre-show, Chad. Watch it. All right, I'm explaining it. Okay, I'm doing what you asked me to do. Okay. Yeah, he was a major star. Dominating everyone with with his big moves and his very good charisma and great looks, and he's just been mistreated here. So I gave him a match. He's taken on Paul Diamond, and he wins with a lowdown. And it just shows that, even though that Paul Diamond did a better in-ring performance than D'Lo, it shows that D'Lo Brown can still go. Free D'Lo Brown.
Free D'Lo. In my pre-show match, another former who was my guy first. Never mind, but in a pre-show bout that had good wrestling and a decent reaction from the crowd, Steven Regal defeated Kurt Hennig in 10:02 with a Regal stretch. He's got a 79.
Yes, this did. Regal 80.
Kurt Hennig can still go if he's got a good partner.
It means, what Chad just said is someone can drag Kurt Hennig to a good match.
Yes, correct. That's what I meant.
Okay.
We're ready for Kurt Hennig versus Tory Wilson next week.
Can you... Sorry, my mic's picking up the car outside. What's going on?
Outside? Oh, your place or my place?
Yeah, my mic is picking up the car from your place.
That's a solid microphone, Justin.
That was the dumbest thing you've ever said. I'm 45 minutes away, and you thought my mic was picking up a car driving by your house.
It was a strong microphone.
Did you just say Shawn Michaels, but it sounded like a strong microphone?
That's Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels drove by. Just say hi.
Off. What's this promo? Oh, it's the same promo we get every night show. What a shock. Scott Steiner, Big Papa Bump, and the Hoochie Mamas.
They've all got championships now, except for Goldberg. And that's what the promo's about. Steiner says,
oh, they're all making fun of Goldberg?
At the pay-per-view, all of the syndicate members. Where's Christopher Daniels? Where the fuck did he go? Oh, he's getting ready for his match tonight. Okay, that makes more sense. Anyway, all of the syndicate, we've got our championship gold, except for one. And everyone looks, and literally every single one looks at Goldberg. Goldberg, listen, you were the first, it was me and you, before any of them joined. You're my friend. But listen, Goldberg, it's time we get you some gold. So here's the thing. I spoke to Sylvester Stallone, and I said, hey, Sylvester, remember my good friend Goldberg, who I beat the streak? Remember his streak? I beat him. Anyway, listen here. All right, we got to get him on a new streak, a championship streak. And he agreed. So here's the thing. Tonight, in the main event, you're going to go one-on-one against a man who also won a championship at the pay-per-view, a man named Scott Hall. You're going to face him for the Global Championship tonight, and you're going to win. And then all of the Syndicate are going to celebrate our championship wins. And I saw that Chef and Hoobie came back at the pay-per-view, and they wanted to challenge me or get in my business. And listen, I realized two things. One, you guys are ugly without your masks. Oh my God. You came out and I thought you were fans. I said, who are these Scott Steiner fans? Are they here to get an autograph? I was about to go walk over and sign something. Actually, that's a lie. I would never sign anything for you because you suck and everyone knows that you suck. But listen, if you want to try to challenge the Syndicate, well, listen, I'll do what I did the last time we faced, and that's I'll beat you, because I am the leader of the Syndicate, and I am the Universal Champion. I'm Scott Steiner, and let me tell you, there's nothing, and I mean fucking nothing, finer than Scott goddamn Steiner, and there's nothing, and I mean nothing finer than the Syndicate. The Syndicate I'll celebrate with their championship gold.
All right. Yeah, that was a huge start to this Nitro, Chad. Huge start. Let's get into it.
We've got a debuting well, I guess it's not a debuting tag team. They actually debuted a couple weeks ago, if I remember correctly. But I was impressed by them so much that we signed them up. And Justin, Team Canada, Eric Young and Robert Roode, they're here. And they took on La Parka and La Sharka. And in about that, decent wrestling, but not much heat. Team Canada defeated La Parka and La Sharka when Bobby Roode pins La Parka with a rude awakening.
This man just said Eric Roode.
Eric and Roode, right? Yes.
Unbelievable. All right, we move on. They don't have great chemistry, but you know who does? La Parka and La Sharka. Excellent chemistry.
Yes.
Use them.
I did that. You got used tonight. Chef Psychosis and Juventud, they're here. And Chef says, I've been spending months in recovering from the beatdown that Scott Steiner gave me. And he went and he formed a new group, the Syndicate. Well, listen, me and my best friend, Juventud, were sitting at home and we realized the time for talk is over. Now is the time for action. So you ask us, what are we going to do now that we're back in WCW? And the answer is simple. There's a war going on, and in war, you have to pick a side. We're on the side of Limitless. I'll tell you what, Scott. You didn't recognize us without our masks on. Well, that's funny because at Barely Legal, I'm challenging you one-on-one for the World Championship. And guess what? I'm going to make you unrecognizable. When I beat you to a pulp, people are going to go, who's that ugly son of a bitch? Is it Rick Steiner? And they're going to say, no, it's even worse. It's Scott. But I'm going to beat your ass. I'm going to take back my Universal Championship because this is the house that Chef built. And you're about to enter my kitchen. You can't stand the heat in this kitchen, Scott. Barely Legal. At Barely Legal, you versus me. And if you have the balls, let's make it a street fight. Chef and Hoovie, Justin, they're back.
Chef and Hoovie, here in the kitchen. Street fight.
Here in the kitchen. Street fight. A Hell's Kitchen street fight.
Hell's Kitchen. That's pretty fucking good. All right.
And we've got a Cruiserweight Championship rematch. And in about that had superb wrestling and a decent reaction from the crowd. Christopher Daniels defeats AJ Styles with the last rites and makes defense number 1 of the Cruiserweight title.
Yeah. A rematch, a banger of a rematch too, but Styles just can't get it done.
Yeah.
A 90. Damn, Styles. Jesus Christ, buddy. Cool your pies.
Cool your pies.
Oh, boy. More
here backstage. DDP and Sting, they're celebrating. Of course, they're in the back with their tag titles. And, and someone asks, what's next for you guys? And Sting says, make no mistake. the Syndicate, Sting and Diamond Dallas Page, we are the tag team champions. And actually, Diamond Dallas Page and I, we are 2-time tag team champions. That's right. We've held these belts twice. And that means we're twice as good as any team that wants to challenge us. So I'll tell you what. All right, we don't. This is gonna be. See, we're gonna be testing the courage of the teams in this company. You want to step to us? You want to challenge us? But why don't you walk over and try to pick a fight with us? Because you know that if you pick a fight with me and Diamond, you're not just picking a fight with us. You're picking a fight with the whole Syndicate. And if you're willing to do that, then step on up. But here's the thing. All right, Scott, Kev, Goldberg, they can do whatever they want. But I'm sick and tired of dealing with Limitless. Quite frankly, I don't think they're in our league. I'll tell you what, any team that's not affiliated with that group of curtain jerkers, you can challenge us. But otherwise, I don't want to hear it. And as that's happening, Brett and Owen walk up. They go, listen, how about you fight us? And Sting and Diamond Dallas Page, they laugh. And he's like, oh, listen, we beat you at the pay-per-view. You were in the match. So Limitless, Heart, and the Hearts. Sorry, I misspoke. Those are the only qualifications. So because we already proved that we're better than you. So why don't you go give someone else an opportunity? We're mean like Mike and Mike. All right, that's who we want. We want, how about that new team that just debuted, the Canadian boys? How about them? But not you. And Owen says, we're Canadian. And then Owen says, I'll tell you what, Sting, how about tonight? You face me one-on-one. And if we win, maybe we'll talk about a tag team title match at Barely Legal. And Sting says, I do not accept. You're the champions, and I wrestled on Sunday or on Saturday, and I'm a little tired. And Owen laughs and says, well, that was a rhetorical question because it's already booked. Sylvester Stallone booked it, so I'll see you tonight. Oh, and by the way, Brett, I don't know if I told you this, but that match is next. And Brett's like, well, I look forward to watching it, Owen. And so Sting versus Owen is next.
Ooh. Like we said, 95.
95,
Unbelievable
95.
call.
And in an exceptional match, Owen Hart defeated Sting with a sharpshooter.
I can't believe I said this match was going to get a 95, and I was right on the money.
Right on the money.
Look what I know this game, Chad. I've been playing it for 100 years now. All right? I know the game. That's why I have 100s and you don't.
Shut up. I also said it was going to get a 95.
Yeah, you pigtailed off my thing. You stole my thing like you did Survivor Series.
Listen. They're backstage, Matt and Jeff. You know, and Jeff's like, Matt, listen. All right? Here's the thing. This is just a hiccup on the road. All right? All we got to do is just win a couple more matches, get back in the winning, and we'll be number one contenders, and we'll get those tag team titles again. And Matt's like, and then what, Jeff? And then what? We hold it for another month, and then we lose it, and then we win more matches and build ourselves back up, and then what? We'll challenge for the tag titles, and then maybe we win, and then what, Jeff? It's the same thing over and over and over again. Listen. I don't know, man. How much longer can we keep doing this? Before, listen, me and you, we can go out and we can win a match any given week. Sure. We've proven it. Me and you, we're brothers, and you're my best friend. And we can team together. And we're one of the best teams. We're one of the most decorated teams. We've only been here for a short while, and we're already a multiple-time tag team champion. But, Jeff, how long have these reigns been? Does it really matter? You could be a 17-time tag team champion if you only hold them for a month. What's it matter? Jeff, you held the Cruiserweight Championship, right? And you held it for you held it for a minute. Not super long, but a minute. What have I done? Besides team with you, what have I done? Nothing. Jeff, listen, you're my brother and I love you and I'll always love you, but I need a minute. I think for now, Hardy Boys are done. Matt leaves.
Whoa. The breakup of the Hardys?
And then Matt walks away. And Jeff just stands there shocked.
That's fucked up.
What's next for the Hardys, Justin?
Probably singles pushes.
Oh, I mean, that's certainly a possibility.
Oh!
So Hardcore Holly comes out with a microphone and he says, I am 0-16 since coming to WCW. And that is absolutely ridiculous. I am better than that. I'm Hardcore Holly. Here's the thing. I'm inviting anyone from the crowd to come face me. You want to step up? You want to try to make it as a professional wrestler? Then fine. Anyone in the crowd who wants to fight me. And he's looking around, right? And people are like, pick me, pick me, pick me. He says, how about you, the nerd in the second row? And this guy shows up, and it's a kid, and he's a guy who's wearing he's got like a big glasses, a comb over. He looks like me in high school, a big ass nerd. He says, yeah, you.
Looks
and the
like
guy says, well, yeah, right. And he says, well, I listen, I can't do it. I've got a medical condition. I can't wrestle. But what about my brother? And the guy says, yeah, sure, yeah, get your brother. I can't wait to wrestle your brother. What's your name, kid? Well, my name is Percy Hero. Percy Hero? All right, well, let's get your brother. What's your name, Sheldon? Is that your brother? Bring him out. And then his brother, Chris Hero, jumps the barricade, gets in the ring. And Justin, about that subpar wrestling and little heat, Chris Hero defeated Hardcore Holly in 540 by submission with the Hero's Welcome. And with that, we give him a Hero's Welcome to WCW.
Yeah.
Chris Hero dominated Hardcore Holly, by the way.
Absolutely crushed him. Hardcore Holly's 0-17.
And Chris Hero's 1-0 on the main roster. Welcome to WCW, Chris Hero.
That's what I'm saying. Chris Hero's got more wins than my former talent. It sucks.
You're backstage. Stardust and 6. They're like, listen, Scott, you got this. You're facing Goldberg tonight, a former world champion. But listen, you are the global champion. You did that on your own. You've got this. You're going to beat Goldberg. And Scott Hall, he stands up. He's got his toothpick. He says, listen, I appreciate the pep talk. I appreciate you guys believing in me. But listen, I don't need it. Because here's the thing. I also know I can beat Goldberg. Goldberg, you're nothing more than a jackknife and a spear. I've seen enough of your matches. I've seen you face enough of my friends. I know what you're about. You don't know what I'm capable of, Chico. Tonight, you versus me, global title. Get used to not having gold. Ain't nothing changing. He throws the toothpick at the screen and starts heading to the ring.
Here we go. Is this the main event?
No, it's not quite there yet.
Oh,
but it's a long walk. It's a long walk.
I was going to say, you got a long walk to the ring, brother.
He's taking the scenic route.
You should take Taker's take.
But we do have a match tonight, and about that decent wrestling and not much heat. Chris Candido defeated Sick Boy with the blonde bombshell.
Yeah, Chris Candido making his way back from NXT. Again. Good for him.
Good for Chris Candido. Good for him. We're backstage. Raven with his U.S. title. Says, well. Chris Canyon, you tried to make the biggest match of your career happen. You tried to beat me for this U.S. championship. But guess what? You failed. And the reason you failed, Chris, is because, you're a failure, and that's what failures do. They fail, and they continue to fail. But I you know what? I'll give you a hand because you did more than I thought you were capable of. You strung together some wins. You want to know why I put you in the flock, Chris? It wasn't because I wanted to put together amazing talent. Because I felt sorry for you. I felt sorry for you, and I knew that I could get you to do what I wanted because you were a loser, desperate to make something of your career. And it's no shock to me that after you joined the flock, guess what? You started winning. You credit your string of wins and this run you've had yourself, but really, Chris, you should be thanking me. Because I'm the reason that made you relevant, and I'm the reason why you even had those matches. And where was my thank you? Where was my pat on the back? Where was my credit? I didn't get it. And quite frankly, Chris, it was disrespectful. And you don't come into my group and disrespect. And Mike Awesome, I'm most disappointed in you. You and I, we were friends before you joined. I brought you in. You were the first guy I brought in because you were my friend and I respected you. And I look at a guy like Mike Awesome and I see the future of professional wrestling. A big, bad, violent son of a bitch. When I thought there was a chance that you were going to turn on me, I realized I needed somebody who was bigger, badder, more violent. And that's why I brought in this guy. See, a lot of people don't know who this is. He's shown up on Nitro. Had some dominant wins, but he really hasn't really had much of a spotlight. But this is the Monster Abyss. And this man is the most violent, most sadistic force in WCW. And if you don't believe me, watch what happens now that he's with me. Because you think he was bad before. I haven't seen nothing yet. Mike Awesome, Chris Canyon, I'm going to give you an opportunity to take the ass kicking that we gave you at Bash at the Beach, learn from it, move on. But if you don't take that, if you continue to try to get in my business, the next time you get in the ring with Raven and Abyss, it's going to be the last thing you do. With the Raven, evermore.
Big Monster Abyss and Raven. All right, main event time.
Main event time, baby. In an exceptional match, Scott Hall defeats Goldberg with a razor's edge following interference from Limitless member Rob Van Dam, and Scott Hall makes defense number 1 of the WCW Global title, Justin.
True.
Oh, wait. After the match, Goldberg, he gets attacked by a man who he beat this Sunday. Taz shows up and suplexes Goldberg.
Boo. Boo.
This was also a punishment because he didn't want to do the job to Scott Hall.
Yeah, and it gets an 87. Raw does better. Another one for the good guys.
Yeah, well, listen. He didn't do a 79 like your or whatever your Raw did.
Are you living in the past, Tread? Do we?
Oh, are you living in the past? Oh, let me count all of my 100 rated matches in my Show of the Year awards. Well, stop living in the past, Chad.
Well, if we do go back to the worst show anyone's booked in the save since TW2020, it is a Thunder. I got a 58, so I don't know what you're worried about my Raw for.
Geez. Oh, no.
So, again, I don't know what you're worried about my show when there's been 2 Thunders worse than that Raw.
All right. Fair.
Yeah. Suck it, Pringle. All right, we'll see you for SmackDown. Where I might lay the SmackDown on Chad if he keep this up.
All right, we're back with SmackDown. Here we are, Justin. SmackDown.
Chad, SmackDown. SmackDown. This big ass whooping I'm about to give you right here. We're here in. We're not at the Izod Center. We got to run it somewhere else. Let's go run it in Chad's favorite territory. Let's go run it in the Georgia Dome.
Ooh.
I'm joking. That's too big. It's too big for a SmackDown. That's like a Starrcade arena. Let's go into the Phillips Arena. Maybe that's even too big for a SmackDown. Let's start the show here. Our opening bout is on the pre-show. It's Hijo del Santo taking on Dragon Kid. And El Hijo del Santo defeats Dragon Kid in 7:59 with a La de la Calaballo. Chad, your favorite guy, Del Santo, is here. And gets a big win.
Yeah.
Like I said earlier, Chad, treat your guys with a little bit more respect, and you wouldn't have to hear it from me. Oh, Del Santo, also a member of the 100 Club is what I'm calling it now.
Oh yeah.
Any guy with 100 in his matches here in WWF is now part of the 100 Club.
Who's in that illustrious group?
It will be Del Santo and Taker, Rock and Austin, Eddie and Stasiak, and Liger Rock. So Rock twice.
Rock, a 2-time 100-timer club.
2-time champion, 2-time 100 Club member. Do you like that? I remember all of them off the top of my head.
Well, they all happened very recently. So.
Yeah, I mean, Stacey Getty 4 months ago.
Recently.
Chad, have you
ever you never forget your first.
You couldn't even think of your first because you haven't had one.
Right.
All right, this gimmick's done. I already hate this, Chad. You stink. I'm out on Chad. We start off tonight with Eric Bischoff calling out Paul White. As Paul White again, got suspended. I mean, he's got to get his punishment now. And Paul White, argues the punishment, and he says, I'm only pissed off because you promised me, like, I've dominated anyone I've been in the ring with. Where's my title shot? And Bischoff's like, well, he thinks the punishment is he's going to put Paul White one-on-one tonight against Triple H in a non-title match. Triple H just coming off his big win against Eddie Guerrero in that 60-minute Iron Man match. And he says, look, Paul, if you maybe if you can beat the world champion, maybe I'll think you're worthy then. Maybe just then you'll be you could fight for the world championship. So Paul White, Triple H tonight, non-title match. If Paul White wins, maybe that'll convince Eric Bischoff to finally give Paul White what he wants, and that's a shot at the world title. Triple H not happy about it as the camera goes back to his locker room, and he's drinking his water and he spits it out, kind of like he does in his entrance. Does a little spit take. He's like, psh. He was expecting to have the night off tonight. Tonight, no, he takes on Paul White in a non-title match. Tonight, though, Edge makes his in-ring return after being hurt by the man he is taking on in the middle of the ring tonight. It's Edge taking on Lex Luger. And Edge defeats him in 1303 with a missile dropkick. It's very nice to see Edge back in the middle of the ring here.
Yeah, that's good. It's been too long.
It's been a couple months. I hate to see it, but Edge is back. Eric Bischoff announces later tonight we will see a Battle Royal, our favorite match type here in TEW 2020. A Battle Royal to determine the number one contender for Kid Cash's our United States Championship. It'll have guys like Dave Taylor and The Godfather in it. We move on. Oh, an 85. A blue number for these guys. And about that, a decent wrestling and little heat. The American Dragons, the SmackDown Tag Team Champions of the world, take on a team they defeated a couple months ago at the pay-per-view. And also in a fatal four-way tag match at Unforgiven. TNT, Tony Mamaluke and Amazing Red. And, Shawn Michaels pins Amazing Red with a sweet chin music. Again, these guys... Shawn Michaels and his protege, Bryan Danielson, getting another win. A very dominant tag team. Speaking of dominant tag teams, though, Chad. Two guys are on the stage after the match, and they said, hold up. We're sick and tired of just sitting here on SmackDown doing nothing. We're a dominant tag team. We've held belts. We haven't even gotten a title match here in WWF. Dude. We are former WCW tag team champions. What are we doing here? Sitting in the locker room, eating snacks every week. And you know who it is, Chad.
Who is it?
You know who it is. They call out the American Dragons. It's Booker T. It's Stevie Ray. It's Harlem Heat.
Huge.
No problem. Chad has given up
huge.
On this show. He is
huge. I just said huge. It's huge.
He's checked out, but it's okay.
I dig it, sucker.
We get it. Booker T and Stevie Ray call out this tag team champions. They want a shot at the belts. They haven't even sniffed. I mean, I don't even remember of them. Like they've had
Has Booker T and Shawn Michaels wrestled each other?
No, they have not.
That alone could bang.
Well, Stevie Ray, Bryan Danielson could bang too. We start the next match of the night. PJ Black taps out Gangrel in 6:35. And then a Raw superstar comes out, and he's got a mic, and he blindsides PJ Black. Chad, who's this?
A Raw superstar.
Shane McMahon.
Oh.
And he says, PJ Black, you son of a bitch.
Oh.
And he said, if you remember at Unforgiven, PJ Black super kicked Stephanie McMahon, Shane's sister.
Yep, that makes sense.
Yeah, you're remembering it now. And he just beats up PJ Black for a tag for turning on his in real life girlfriend. Right? They're in not in real life, but in the game. And then, super kick Stephanie McMahon. You hate to see it, Shane McMahon. He just calls him a son of a bitch and says, "I'll do to you what you did to my sister. I'm gonna."
Oh no! I don't know if I want to see that.
Yeah, you do, brother. Reverse distraction. We move on. It's the Battle Royal, Chad.
Oh, hell yeah!
We got guys like Chase Tatum and the average monster, Jeff Bearden, but who comes out as the #1 contender? Oh, you didn't know. It's Road Dogg. Road Dogg.
Ooh.
Road Dogg will take on Kid Cash. Some guy named Dudley Ronald is calling me. Is that Bubble Ray Dudley? We move on. Kid Cash comes out, hits him with the dead level to make a statement on the Road Dogg. We move on. Eddie Guerrero is not here tonight. He is sad. He is resting at home as he went the distance in that 60-minute Iron Man match against Triple H. He just came up empty-handed, Chad. And, he's not here tonight. But he will be back next week, as he says right here in this promo. He says he'll be back next week. Speaking of next week, it's Bam Bam taking on Caprice Coleman. Bam Bam defeats him with a powerbomb in 7:46. I don't know why I said speaking of next week. It had no correlation to this match whatsoever. But
they'll probably both be on the show next week. So
it's because I thought this promo was right after. It's Undertaker on his motorcycle says he will be in action next week on SmackDown. I love this gimmick. I know you hate it. It makes it. There's nothing to it. It's just him riding a motorcycle.
Taker driving around on a motorcycle.
I love
updating us on his life, like room, room, room. Oh, I had a Pop-Tart for breakfast.
This is the first ever vlog. Like he's the OG YouTuber, Undertaker. And our main event, it's
with Taker.
It's Triple H and Paul White.
Oh, fuck. Oh my god.
They didn't even have chemistry, Chad. I can't even say this is
welcome to the 100 Club.
What do you want me to do, Chad? Hot crowd, referee bonus, referee road agent bonus, and they got great star qualities and great gimmicks, Chad. I don't know what you want from me anymore, okay? They don't even have chemistry. That didn't help. It's just two dominant superstars going one-on-one. Paul White defeats him in 14:39. And there it is. Paul White defeats the world champion clean, by the way. Paul White showcasing why he's the most dominant superstar on SmackDown. And he chokeslams Triple H after the fact, and he says, Triple H, there's nothing. Bischoff can't save you now, brother. He can't keep me away from this gold. Sooner or later, you're looking at the WWF SmackDown World Champion. And there it is. There it is, Chad. 94. Oh, a fifth member of the 100 Club.
Ugh.
We'll see if Thunder. Hopefully, Chad has got the bad taste out of his mouth. Probably not.
Guess what? You won't see 100 match on that show.
I hope you do. I hope for your sake it finally happens so we can get over this. Because once you get it, I can't make fun of you anymore. but until you do, I don't know what you're doing wrong. I think other than your announces, but we fixed that. See ya.
And we are back. Justin, it's been a matter of minutes since we have done Thunder and SmackDown.
Just SmackDown, not Thunder.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, true. But it's been minutes in between.
Well, in between, from the end of SmackDown to here, but it's been a few hours since we stopped recording, Jen.
True. Yeah. What have we been up to?
We can't talk about it.
You're right. All right.
Let's just
here we are. It's Thunder.
I'm glad to be back home for a little bit.
Yeah. It was fun. It was fun. Whatever we did. All right. Main event. That's just alone. Nicole Bass and Ken. and Ken Shamrock.
And Mark Banner here.
Oh no. Yeah, I signed 2 new commentators. and hope they did well. And looks like they've done fucking awful. So they might.
Yeah,
Don't get used to seeing them on Thunder. They may not be back. But anyway, listen, me and Justin have been watching some old WCW pay-per-views, and Scott Hudson and Mark Madden were very entertaining. And I thought I'll hire him here. Big mistake, apparently.
Not a good start. Not a when Sylvester, Hogan, and Jericho are the only ones rated, and they can't get 100.
Yeah. So Sylvester, Nicole, Bass, and Shamrock come down to the ring. Sylvester Stallone grabs a microphone and he says, "If you didn't see Bash at the beach, then you didn't see me, Nicole Bass, and the newest signee of WCW, Ken Shamrock, kick the ass of Hulk Hogan and Chyna." And listen, I already know what everyone's saying. Sylvester Stallone, what an amazing signing you have when you signed Ken Shamrock. And listen, I agree. You're right. In fact, everything I've done since taking over both shows has been an A-plus move. I ended the brand split, and ever since I ended the brand split, both shows have been firing on all cylinders, and every single pay-per-view have been just main event fire. So I guess I just have to say, you're welcome. And now here we are, your WCW Women's Champion, Nicole Bass, and the newest signee, Ken Shamrock. And what's next? Everyone's asking, is this a stable? Is this a group? Listen, it's not a stable. We're just individuals who want to make this show the best it can be. And we've done that. And that's without having Chyna and Hulk Hogan being in the spotlight. You know, Hulk Hogan, he's had his time. He's washed up. He's an old man who needs to know his place. And Chyna, she's not a has-been. She was and never was. And she also needs to realize that in this women's division, there's one monster, and it's Nicole Bass. So if you two want to watch the show from the back and have a great time, listen, maybe I'll call you guys when I need someone to do a job. In the meantime, watch the show, have fun, and you fans have fun. Hulk Hogan and Chyna come out. Chyna doesn't really say anything. She's mad as hell, but Hulk Hogan says, "Brother, the only reason you won at Bash at the Beach was because of Ken Shamrock. And listen, Ken, welcome to WCW. I've seen your work. You're an amazing athlete, brother. You've done a lot in MMA, done a lot for other companies, but you haven't done anything yet here, except have a cheap shot on Hulk Hogan and Chyna, brother. And listen, if you want to have your big debut, if you want to have a big match, I can't think of any better way than to take on Hulkamania at Barely Legal, brother. So listen, Sylvester Stallone, why don't you make the match Shamrock versus Hogan? And we'll see just how attractive your new free agent really is." And Shamrock and Sylvester Stallone laughed, and he was about to make the match. But before he made the match, Jericho and Ahmed come out. They have microphones, and actually Jericho says, "Listen, Hulk, listen. First of all, I just gotta say, you're right. I would very much love to see Ken Shamrock take on Hulk Hogan. But here's the thing, all right? Hulk Hogan, you pride yourself on being the best of the best. And, well, that's funny. And I'm not going to tell you why, because everyone who's heard me and Ahmed speak, they already know what I'm going to say. I'm not going to say that. But what I will say is this, Hulk. Before you went out on injury, you were going to wrestle my boy Ahmed. And Ahmed, he still wants that match. Well, listen. Me, Chris Jericho, I tell you, I also want to wrestle Hulk Hogan. Here's the thing, don't worry about Ken Shamrock. What you should be worried is about wrestling one of us. Because listen, we both want a shot at the immortal Hulk Hogan. We don't have the tag team titles anymore, and that's fine. Listen, we can roll with the punches, but we want Hulk Hogan. So Hulk, the question is, which one are you going to wrestle? And before Hulk can answer, Sylvester Stallone grabs a microphone again. Well, he says, listen. I listen. Ken Shamrock, he has nothing to. All right, Hulk Hogan, Shamrock. I'm gonna save Hulk Hogan the embarrassment of losing to Shamrock, because let's be honest, he would get your absolute ass kicked by a legit fighter, Ken Shamrock. He's the man. I'll tell you what. At Barely Legal, we're going to have a singles match. It's going to be Chris Jericho taking on Ahmed. I'll tell you what, the winner of that match, you're going to face Hulk Hogan at Barely Legal. It's only going to be one of you. It will not be both. And if you both want a shot at Hulk Hogan, we're going to see who wants it more. This could make or break your career, and the question becomes, who wants it more? And we're going to find out. So Hogan, get out of my face. Get out of my ring. Chyna, follow Hogan to the back. Because Nicole Bass and Ken Shamrock and I, we're going to go out and we're going to celebrate our win at Bash at the Beach. Just big match for Barely Legal.
Big match indeed.
I was told if I rated it on Sylvester, Hulk, and Jericho, I could only use those three in the promo. I think I did okay.
Yeah. Yeah, interesting.
All
right, move on. James Storm, Mike Barton. Oh,
Here.
Scott Hudson and Joey Styles have pretty good chemistry.
Oh, well, I mean, that's good. Listen, there's still hope for him yet.
They also get penalized for having low experience.
Well, okay, that's fair. But they've got good chemistry. So you give them some time and they'll get there.
Yeah.
Yeah, James Storm. Justin, he's here in WCW and he fights Mike Barton. And he gets in decent wrestling with little heat. James Storm defeats Mike Barton with a second ride.
Are you blind?
Listen, Justin. Yes, I'm blind.
It's an 8-second ride. Chad is a little
8-second ride
up right now.
Where are we at? Well, listen. Go to the next
One
segment.
Bud Light. What?
What? 2 Bud Lights.
That
what?
was a electric moment, by the way. Jeff Hardy's here.
Oh, so good. Jeff Hardy, he says, listen, on Nitro, Matt, my own flesh and blood, my brother, you walked out on me. And I've been asked for the last few days, what's next for the Hardys? And listen, if Matt doesn't want a team, and he hasn't even been answering my phone calls, if he doesn't want to team with me, then I'm gonna have to move on to this next chapter of my career. And if that's the case, then listen, I'm gonna have to prove to everyone that I have what it takes to make it. And I'm a former Cruiserweight champion, but let's be honest. I lost to Rob Van Dam in a very short period of time. And the only reason why not the only reason, but Matt got involved, and that really had a length that lengthened my title run. I'll tell you what, I of course the goal is singles gold. But I'm not going to challenge until I know for a fact that I can give you fans a run like AJ Styles. A run that you fans can look on and go, Jeff Hardy, he's the future of this business. And so until that happens, I'm not going to challenge anyone to a title, but I am going to wrestle my ass off. I'm going to show you fans exactly what Jeff Hardy can do. And that starts next week. Get ready, because I make my official run as a singles competitor next week. And Matt, you're my brother, and I love you. Of course I do. You're my best friend. And I wish you nothing but the best. But you said it yourself. We're moving on to the next chapter. And that starts next week for Jeff Hardy.
Oh, Jeff Hardy. He's so sad.
Jeff Hardy taking his run as a singles guy next week.
Oh boy.
Meanwhile, another tag team guy who is here tonight, making a single run. Well, actually, 2 former tag team guys wrestling tonight. This is going to do a little bit better. It got an 81, so it's not horrible. And about that great wrestling and good heat, Bubba Ray Dudley defeated Alex Wright with a power bomb. Listen, there's a lot of red over here.
Yeah, we got to change it to Tory Wilson. But the big one here is at the announcing desk. Mark Mann was pretty weak. The match deserved better color commentary.
Ooh. So now we have a predicament on, do we stick with Mark and Scott? They're only going to get better the more we keep them in, right?
Maybe.
Anyway, Paul Heyman comes out. He's freed up now that he's not on the Thunder announce desk. Him and Minoru Suzuki walk out. He says, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paul Heyman, and this right here is my client, Minoru Suzuki. And listen, Barely Legal is coming up, and that's our next big pay-per-view. And I have a special place in my heart for that pay-per-view because, of course, that's basically our ECW tribute show. Now listen, I know Sylvester Stallone. He's not going to be booking a lot of heavy ECW, like, tribute moments. All right, that happened a year ago. New pay-per-view, new year. But I just gotta say, my protege, I'm the advocate of Minoru Suzuki. Listen, this man, he's the hardcore champion, and he's a bad man. And at Barely Legal, I've got a special surprise for Minoru Suzuki. I want him.
He's gonna dick him down.
I've got a special surprise, something that's going to solidify his career as an all-time great. And you heard it here first. What's that going to be? I'm not going to tell you, because that's a spoiler. And I don't spoil things. All right, you're going to have to buy the pay-per-view and see. But just know, it's going to be the biggest moment of Minoru Suzuki's career. So what could this be for Minoru Suzuki?
I don't know, but it's got to be something ECW related, right?
I would think, yeah. Maybe, who knows?
You're gonna take on the Queen of Extreme, Roadkill.
The Queen of Extreme, oh no. We have a tag team match. Christopher Daniels and Goldberg taking on Billy Kidman and Taz. Syndicate versus Limitless. They've met time and time again, and here they go in a fresh matchup. And then about that, great wrestling and good heat. Daniels and Goldberg defeat Kidman and Taz when Christopher Daniels pinned Billy Kidman with the last rites.
There we go. This match was all right.
Did I? Now I mean,
Mark Man really fucking you over though.
Wow.
No, hey, A-Train.
And that's right. Listen, we've had a few NXT guys debut this in the last couple of weeks, and A-Train is no exception. And listen, Lord of War. He was tickled pink to do this job. He literally thanked me afterwards.
Yeah, with his
he was so happy. He said, he kissed me on the cheek. And about that didn't have much heat and terrible wrestling. A-Train defeated Lord of War in 7:52 with a flying leg drop. Oh man.
Yeah, bust out the flying leg drop.
Busting up a Hulk Hogan leg drop.
I was watching WrestleMania 2000, and Bull Buchanan has an unbelievable leg drop.
Oh.
Unbelievable.
Listen, I gotta tell you. As far as wrestling moves go, leg drop, one of the safest moves to take a bump for.
Yeah, next to a Styles Clash.
Also, Big E's finisher, like sleeping on a pillow.
The dive through the ropes.
The big end. Yeah, that one. So too cool. All three of them. They get in the ring and they dance for the crowd. Everyone laughs, and then Scotty 2 Hotty. No, they're entertained.
Three idiots.
Yeah. Guy 2 Hotty says, last week at the pay-per-view, too cool. We've been on a roll, but we didn't get the job done in our pursuit for the tag team titles. But listen, we've got Billy Gunn now. All right, the three of us, we got big things in store. And as long as we've got the crowd behind us, as long as we got all of our Too Cool fans, we're going to keep dancing. We're going to keep fighting. And it's only a matter of time until we get those tag team titles. And the crowd, they're behind Too Cool. Everyone loves Too Cool. And they have a match tonight against the newest tag team in the WCW division, Justin. Team Canada.
Ooh, Eric Roode and Bobby Young.
And in a decent match, Team Canada defeat Too Cool when Bobby Roode pins Scotty 2 Hotty with a rude awakening.
What the hell's going on here?
And Eric Young and Bobby Roode, Justin. They're 2-0. It's their main roster debut.
Poor fucking Too Cool, man.
I literally brought them up mid NXT tag team run and said, I don't give a fuck. Bring them up.
Ooh,
this did better than I thought it was going to. Low D versus Evan Courageous. And in a decent match, Low D defeated Evan Courageous with an aerial brainbuster. Low D getting a win, Justin.
Getting a 69 in-ring, too.
Nice.
Nice.
And These three are backstage, and they're hyping up our main event tonight. We have a 6-man tag. Once again, it's another Limitless versus Syndicate main event. And, and they just, they continue to shit talk the Syndicate. Ray says, listen, Chef and Hoovy, they're two of the all-time greats when it comes to luchadors, when it comes to wrestlers, and it's an honor to team with them tonight. And listen, they lost their masks to the Syndicate, but let's make no mistake, they are still very talented, professional wrestlers, and we're going to show you how good they are tonight when we kick ass in the main event.
Whose ass are they going to kick, though, Chad?
Well, we'll find out momentarily.
Well, it's right up next, so who's coming out?
It's going to be these three taking on Diamond Dallas Page, Kevin Nash, and Sting.
Ooh, Syndicate.
And in about that subpar wrestling and gray heat, Ray, Chef, and Hoovy defeat the Syndicate. When Rey Mysterio pinned Diamond Dallas Page with a springboard Hurricanrana. So the Sunglass Mafia lose
Syndicate
to Ray,
looking like
Jeff, and Hoovy.
Jobbers once again. Have all these belts, but just can't win on TV.
Listen, these are three legendary competitors.
These are three champions in your show.
Yeah, but Ray and Chef are two former world champions.
And Hoovitude. Who has never had a belt.
True, but he is a hell of a competitor.
Yes, he is. He had a 95 in-ring.
Oh my God, Hoovy's so good.
I told you, these guys have not been wrestling since the product change, and I think Hoovitude was like one of the ones I'm like, this guy might go.
He might bang.
And look at that. Oh no, an 84, Chad. Not even a blue number.
Listen, that's, you know what? It's because we debuted 2 new commentators.
Wow, Raw gets.
I'll take it.
Raw. We start off the new month with Raw winning the show of the week. Another one for the good guys.
Listen, that's fine because here's the thing. We're gonna kick your ass next week. Don't you me? We're gonna kick your ass next week. It's only a matter of time.
Not if I run.
Listen, Justin.
Not if I
Justin,
run
you
Triple H.
Justin, you smell that?
What?
It smells like a 100 match coming from WCW in the next couple coming weeks.
No, I think you're burning your food again.
No. Trust me. That's not my overcooked clam chowder. That's my 100 match coming soon.
Yeah, Chad's been saying that since my first one. We'll see you guys for week 2 of August 2000.